Ukuthenga umuzi kuyiphupho kubantu abaningi lapha eNingizimu Afrika. Kodwa ke ngezinye inkathi uma usuthengile umuzi mbukeli ubuye ubhekane nezihibe nezingqinamba mhlambe kuholele ekutheni ungasakwazi ukukhokha ngendlela efanele. Ubone usukhishwa ngodli endlini kulowo othi yena uthengile umuzi wakho. Ingabe ayakwazi yini amabhange akuleli ukudayisa umuzi wakho ngaphandle ukuthi akhulume nawe? Uthini umthetho ngalokhu mbukeli futhi ngabe athini amalungelo akho? Lena iyona imibuzo ezobe sibuza mbukeli namhlanje lapha ohlelweni ku-Asikhulume Let's Talk. Mina igama lami ngo-Azaria wakwaKhoza. Sikhumbuze ke mbukeli ukuthi ungaba ingxenye yalolu hlelo ngokushayela ucingo uzwakalise uvo lwakho noma umbuzo wakho. Izinombolo zethu zocingo zithi 011 714 0677 noma 011 714 0678. Kanti ke siyatholakala nasezinkundleni zokuxhumana sikhona ku-X @SABC News kanye na ku-SABC News ku-Facebook. Ukuze kube lula ke mbukeli ukuthi sithole uvo lwakho noma umbono wakho, sicela usebenzise #asikhulume #SABC izindaba bese ubhala umbuzo wakho noma umbono wakho. Asikhulume mbukeli. Sekuyinsakavukela njengomchilo wesidwaba mbukeli ukudayiswa kwemizi ngokungemthetho. Ngikhuluma nawe nje mbukeli, sekuvulwe icala elikhulu elilinganiselwa ku-60 billion wamarandi ngezinsolo zokudayiswa kwezindlu. Lapha ke mbukeli, we are talking about repossessed properties that are sold at a fraction of their market value. Sizodinga idakabanzi ke mbukeli ngalolu daba nezihambeli zethu lapha ohlelweni u-Advocate Douglas Shaw who's leading the class mbukeli kanye noNkululeko Xhelithole umongameli welungelo lethu Human Rights Foundation kanye noKwanda Vabaza who's an adjudication manager at Credit Division of National Finance Ombud Scheme. Ngaphambi kokuthi mbukeli ke sixoxe nezihambeli zethu ake sibone lo mbiko olandelayo esohlanganisele intatheli yethu uNonhlanhla wakwaMthembu.
Ugcina Mkhize wasesifundazweni saseGauteng uthi usefake enkantolo umlisa nathi wathenga umuzi wakhe ngokungemthetho futhi yena engazi. Kuye kwafanele ukuthi ahlangane nathi ngaphandle ngoba ethi lo mlisa usevele wazohlala naye nomndeni wakhe.
Awunomuntu nangu-DMile athi mina ngosibanibani wakasibanibani bengicela ukwazisa ukuthi indlu yakho ngithengile kwi-auction. Ungithumela i-DM ku-Instagram uthi kumina indlu yami uyithengile. Uyangizwa? Ngifunda azashiya amanamba.
Uthi ngonyaka olandelayo waphinde wabuya lo mlisa nezindaba ezamshiya eshaqekile.
Athi iregistiwe, ngina there's no way i-auction yalendlu yastopwa. Singamphendula ke manje ngithi yastopwa e-High Court kanje. Angisendele i-proof yase-Title Deeds Office ukuthi indeed it has been registered in his.
Omunye umninimuzi wakhona eGauteng, uChristanel Istratechu, uthi yena wamisa ukudayiswa komuzi wakhe kwi-auction nathi kwakungekho emthethweni kathathu. Uthi kodwa wagcina udayisiwe lo muzi. Uthi usefake isicelo enkantolo ukuyolwela ukubuyiselwa umuzi wakhe.
They put my home in auction for the default of 927 rand.
Uxabiso Bakhanyile uxwayisa ngobuhle nobubi bokuthenga umuzi odliwe ibhange noma kwi-auction.
The benefit is that you can get a property at a much lower price than the market value. For example, a 1.2 million rand property, you can get it for 800,000. But the downside is risks. The risk is the properties are sold as is, so whatever outstanding rates on the property that falls on you. Sometimes you have to even deal with tenants who are currently occupying the property, or the owners occupying the property. So that means that you have to go out of your own way to actually evict these people, and that can be a process.
uNonhlanhla Mthembu we-Asikhulume Let's Talk, SABC News.
Sibonga kakhulu kumdidiyeli wethu uNonhlanhla Mthembu ngalo mbiko. Ake mbukeli kuyashaqisa ngempela ukubona abantu balapha eNingizimu Afrika bekhala ezimathunsi ngenxa yezindlu zabo. Ngaphandle kokuphothisa amaseko, gentlemen, welcome to Asikhulume Let's Talk. Advocate, I just want to start with you. Right now we are looking at a 60 billion lawsuit that we might just be going into. And right now we are talking about people that are over 100,000 who are born bond holders. How did we get to this point?
Well, for 100 years, in Joburg, anyway, in Transvaal, properties are being sold for far, far less than their value. And this is not a normal thing. People in South Africa think that this is normal. It is not normal in the rest of the world for properties to be sold for much less. Now, in 2018, we have changed it a bit in the sense that there now needs to be a reserve price. But still, what it's landed at after 2018 is 50 to 70% roughly, still too little. Properties are sold around the world for 90 to 100% of their value. That is the norm. And that is what we need to get to.
Yeah. Mr. Kgaditole, just to rope you in on the conversation as well, say, I understand that you work a lot nemphakathi. Abantu bayakhala, bayakwazi ukuthenga izindlu bese kuhamba isikhathi babhekane nengqinamba umuntu azithole mhlambe engasakwazi ukukhokhela umuzi wakhe kwiqiqi umuzi wakhe udayiswe. How prevalent is this in South Africa?
Yes, it's very, very common in our country. Because now the people don't follow the right channels. Because before your house can go on auction, you have to have a court order. Whether it's a combined summons, and you have a right to challenge or to oppose the selling of your house. There is no way whatsoever that anybody can step up in your property and tell you that he's bought the house on auction without receiving first the court order delivered by the sheriff of the High Court. And you need, before a decision can be taken in a court, you must be present in order to state your side of the story. Your house cannot just be sold without you knowing it. And there is no way your house can be sold. You have paid your house for up 14, 15, 16 years consistently. Surely, over that period, whatever you borrowed from the bank has already been paid off. So, and another thing we want to know, there is no financial institution in our country that can give you a loan without insurance. Without life insurance, without structural insurance. Now, when you experience these problems, why can't they apply the insurance money to pay off the debt? And they don't do that. Even if you go to the bank and report your financial difficulties, they'll say, okay, fine, we'll make a plan. The moment you turn your back, they start the insolvency. They start declaring you insolvent. Starting the foreclosure process without you knowing. So now it is so unjust. And you cannot be evicted from your property without a guaranteed suitable accommodation. Alternate suitable. Because it affects the children. It affects the elderly, particularly the elderly, who some of them are suffering from chronic diseases.
Kodwa I do understand ukuthi mhlambe kukhona lezigaba ekufanele zenzeke ngaphambi kokuthi umuzi udayiswe, but clearly lezo zigaba lezo azenzeki. Mhlambe ucabanga ukuthi umthetho walapha eSouth Africa stringent enough ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uprotecte abathengi bezindlu balapha eNingizimu Afrika?
Yes, because we've got an uncaring government. This should have been solved a long time ago, so that the laws must protect the consumer as well. Not only the banks. We have NRC, a National Credit Regulator, that is supposed to be on the side of the suffering people, on the side of the black people, or anyone who's affected by eviction. What does they do? Do nothing about that. And they get money from the government. Yet they, because now we are on our own when it comes to evictions. The state does not get involved. For whatever reason, why they don't have to get involved.
Mr. Gwanda, just to rope you in on the conversation as well, Mr. Kgaditole Uti, we are on our own. And I do understand njengoba besengishilo ukuthi kuba khona izigaba mhlambe efanele that should take place before indlu ithengiswa. Ngiya understand ukuthi kuzoba khona ama summons uzobizwa uye court zonke lezo zinto. Mhlambe yimapi amaphutha abantu abawenzayo in order to find themselves bekulobishi esibhekene nalo right now whereby someone indlu yakhe ithengisiwe. People adhering to the court summons mhlambe?
Yeah. I think iqale la ubaba uNkululeko ayishiya khona. I think as South Africa we do have laws. We do have consumer protection laws that are in place. We have the NCA, which basically tries and creates a balance between credit providers and consumers. So the NCA makes it clear that as a consumer, these are your responsibilities maungena into a credit agreement. And for credit providers, it says these are your obligations in terms of the credit agreement. Now, if a consumer goes to a financial institution, there's a contract created. That contract is governed by the National Credit Act.
Yeah.
Now, if when as a consumer you stop paying for whatever reason, now the Act says, which is the NCA, says that a credit provider needs to send you a Section 129 letter. Now, the Section 129 letter basically tells you, Uguti, listen, you're owing. You're owing. Before we do anything, you have 20 business days to resolve the areas, to settle whatever that you're owing with the bank or with the financial institution. Or secondly, if whatever areas that have accumulated with this account are because the financial institution did something wrong, then it gives you an opportunity to say you can go complain to either an ombud with jurisdiction, which is us, the National Financial Ombud Scheme, or you can go to the NCR, or if you're struggling financially, then you can apply for debt review. Now, that is the first step. You have that as an option as a consumer. Secondly, it says if you do nothing, then the following step takes place. Then that's when the summons are then issued. Then they take legal action. And again, in a lot of the instances, people never receive the 129 letters because, one, people move. Umuntu uyasuka endlini la bekahlala khona change address but communicate ukuthi change akasahlali lapha. Yes, now there is law umthetho othi the financial institution must either send a registered letter to you or but it has to be personal service. But if awukho lapha, I mean, then unfortunately, sheriff just needs to say, "Good, I went, I tried, then yes, But yes, I think as consumers, Nati, we just need to understand that it's not only the financial institutions that have to do something to prevent or to stop the abuse that we're talking about today. Now, but they have a role to play. We also have a role. I'm a consumer as well. If I do see I can't afford now to batala, then the responsibility is also on me to go and approach my financial institutions to say, these are my issues, these are my challenges. What can you offer me to resolve those challenges?
So also lwazi bathi mbukeli nathi kufanele sithathe igqathu sisukume sibhukule ukuze sikwazi ukuthi singazitholi mhlambe sesingasena khaya. Uthini umbono wakho mbukeli ngale hloko esikhuluma ngaso namuhla ukhumbule ukuthi ungashaya ucingo ku 0117140677 0117140678 lezo izona izinombolo ongazisebenzisa ukuze uxhumane nathi. Ake sithi qhu eyitolo mbukeli, this is Asikhulume, siyabuya. Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli uma ngabe sanda ngena nethezeka lena yiAsikhulume khona la kunqa phambili uSABC1 Mzansi for sure. Namuhla ke mbukeli sikhuluma ngenkinga yokudliwa kwezindlu lapha eNingizimu Afrika. Joining me on the line right now is Nobantu, who's all the way from Eval. Nobantu, ngibingelele ngikwamukele kuAsikhulume.
Thank you.
Siswami, uthini umbono wakho mayelana nehloko esikhuluma ngaso namhlanje lapha eNingizimu Afrika? Ingabe ucabanga ukuthi imithetho yethu is strong enough ukuthi ikhusele abathengi bezindlu lapha eNingizimu Afrika?
No, I don't think the laws are that strong. First of all, I think that there is a lack of education in terms of educating the homeowners as to what are their rights. Because in life, yes, and one does not know where to start, what to do. And I did listen to the panel there that they're advising that the first step, the owner must approach the lender to say, I'm unable to pay. However, what are the expectations that we can get then from the lender? After CC approaching, let's say maybe you have paid more than half of your bond. What is the expectation?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That's very, very good. I don't know if any one of you would like to respond to that, Advocate?
Much of I didn't understand all of it,
yeah.
But if somebody approaches the lender and says, I want to do something, and according to our constitutional court, the lender can only sell if it's a last resort. If you've already paid half, then it's quite legitimate that the bank should reduce the amount because you've already paid. You still have to pay the whole amount, but for the time being, but they don't. They say, okay, you have to pay the full amount or half the amount, or we're going to repossess your house. That is not a last resort, and that's what our banks do.
Yeah.
It's some more than others. I'll tell you who if you want.
Yeah.
But new legislation is needed to say this is what not a last resort means.
Yeah, and I do understand that, you know, referring to the inset that we saw when we started the show, the lady said that she had tried to stop the auction process 4 times.
Right.
Now, what do we do in this case where, as a house owner or a bondholder, I've went out and I've cried for help and I've told them not to put the house on auction, but however, the auction process still goes on? Are banks allowed to put the house on auction even without receiving the green light from me as the occupant of the house?
Yeah, they are allowed, but they're not allowed to do it if it's not a last resort. And yet they do. And in other countries, African, European, Asian, they would not be auctioning a house in these circumstances. There are circumstances where you have to auction the house. You don't need the person's permission. But our problem in South Africa is we auction houses which would not be auctioned elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
And which are, according to our constitutional courts, dictum, should not be, it's not a last resort.
Baba, just to bring you in again on the conversation, ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ukufika ukugasela kwe-COVID-19 lapha eNingizimu Afrika kwakhahlameza abantu abaningi, especially financially, because abantu abaningi balahlekelwa imisebenzi, abantu abaningi, you know, they couldn't go to work because of lesifo sasikhona lapha eNingizimu Afrika, and a lot of South Africans haven't been able to recover since then. Ucabanga ukuthi mhlambe kulesikhathi esiphila kuso manje post COVID-19 times, what can homeowners do in order to protect themselves ukuthi bengazitholi nabo bekule nkinga le?
The first thing, Azaria, the president of the country, he signed a declaration during the period of COVID that no one must be evicted from their properties. But to our horror, the banks were still evicting people.
It was happening
during COVID.
Yes.
True that.
You know? And the banks, if you are owing them, you are in areas, before they can even talk to you, they say, we need half of what you owe. You are struggling to pay your 5,000, 10,000. Where are you going to get 50% of 50% of 100,000? You see, now they're negotiating in bad faith. Right. Our banks are the most cruel banks. Because our people are suffering financial genocide by the banks. That is why they are not here now. We thought that they'll be here so that we'll be able to grill them. They will tell us, why are you so cruel to the consumers? You see, Azari, the worst thing now is that our young children who are entering the labor market, in their late 20s or early 30s, they are now given 30-year period to pay back whatever they borrowed from the bank. By the time these kids reach their retirement age, they will still be paying the bond. Why, when you borrow 500,000 rand to buy a car, you paid in 48, 60, 72 months the most? What constitutes the mortgage bond the 20 years,
20 years.
25 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
How are you going to maneuver?
Because uzoyikhokha uzube mdala. Uzuthola ipension. I want us to speak about that. Do you think that umthetho wethu has grey areas and loopholes where the financial service providers are then able to use those grey areas to exploit abantu financially?
I think there was something that I just needed to clarify earlier. Yes. So, again, in South Africa, it is not a requirement, right? There is no legislation that says if you take out a bond, then there must be insurance. Okay. There isn't, right? It's optional.
It's optional.
Yes, contractually, some institutions, some financial institutions can say they want insurance as a condition. So it is the condition for you before they give you the credit. So it does happen that way. So Ubaba Magati, sometimes when people lose houses in Tezinjalo, the insurance must kick in. Unfortunately, even if there is insurance also now kicks in if, for instance, you're covered for retrenchment, diseases and all that. So it's...
Yeah, I just have to quickly go to $8. Mbukeli, ake sithi shelele $8 siyabuya. This is Asikhulume. Let's talk. Ungayindawo. Hlala phansi mbukeli siphokele phambili nohlelo lena Asikhulume khona la ku SABC1 sesiphetha ake sithole isombululo kubahambeli bethu. Sir, I just want to start with you. Ama advice to abantu emakhaya, how can they make better financial decisions in order for them not to find themselves in this situation?
Quickly, you do not have to pay Indlu for 20 years or 30 years. Like in Moto, if you increase your installments, you can quickly pay it off in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's up to you. And lastly, if you have any issues that you have with your credit providers, your financial institutions, as the NFO, we can assist. We deal with credit-related banking issues, insurance for free of charge.
Advocate, lastly, if you happen to win this lawsuit, what's going to happen for the whole borrowing industry in South Africa? How do you see this impacting the industry?
The only thing that's going to happen is the banks are going to have to pay back the people of South Africa 60 billion rand. And that's what they should do, because that's what they've taken away from the people of South Africa wrongly. And if people want to contact us, if they're currently being harassed by their bank, then now at bankinglawadvisor.coza. If they want to join the class action, and it's in the past, they've already sold their property for less than it's worth, not a last resort, then bank sold my house at bankinglawadvisor.coza.
Thank you so much. Se ungathanda ukuthini mhlambe kubantu abazithola mhlambe sebehleli emgwaqeni njengamanje bengenawo indawo yokuhlala ngenxa yalenkinga?
What I will advise them is that once you get a piece of paper from the court, a legal document, please seek advice immediately. Don't sit on it, don't destroy it, seek advice. Come to us, we'll be able to help you.
Yes.
Sibonge kakhulu. Ake mbukeli uzwile uma uthola nje incwadi sukuma ubhukule ukuze ukwazi ukuthi usindise ikhala lakho mbukeli. My name is Azaria Khoza. This was Asikhulume khona la ku SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Nisale kahle.